Today is day 92 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. Today's Arukh HaShulchan Yomi Shir is sponsored anonymously for the schus of Ruth Bas Sarah. May her tefillos be answered, may her home be filled with growth and peace, and may the home become a light for all of Am Yisrael. If you would like to sponsor upcoming shir of Arukh HaShulchan Yomi, or more, it would be greatly appreciated. Please contact me directly. Today we are learning from Nun Zayin Aleph to Nun Ches Hey. Nun Zayin is a short siman, it's two sivim, about Baruch Hu. Aleph. Lachar Kaddish, after Kaddish is over, Me'ar Shliach Tzibur Baruch Hashem Avarach. You may say states that formula. Let's keep onim, and the community answers Baruch Hashem Avarach L'Olam Voed. V'gam Hashatz Choser V'omer, the Shliach Tzibur also says over again, Baruch Hashem Avarach L'Olam Voed. The Arukh HaShulchan says here in the brackets, Ula Rambam, Perik Yud Beis Mitvila, Eno Choser Me'ar Baruch V'chulei, Chenudas Me'ar Rami Rutenberg. According to the Ram Rutenberg, the Shliach Tzibur does not say Baruch Hashem Baruch L'Olam Voed, but the minhag seems to say it. To be say it, and Arukh HaShulchan explains that that's to Kidei L'chol Atzo Bracha, in order to include himself in the bracha. Shem Kodem Mar Baruch Hu. Beforehand, he told other people, "You bless HaKadosh Baruch Hu." Mar Shat Tzibur Baruch Hu, that the Tzibur should bless Hashem. And then he, with it as part of the Tzibur, blesses HaKadosh Baruch Hu. K'mo shekosavnu kam on Sim Kuf Lamed Tes. Ve'en oni mamen achrei Shliach Tzibur shechozer Mar Baruch Hu. So you don't say Amen after Baruch Hashem Baruch L'Olam Voed when the Shliach Tzibur says it. V'yesh shonim, and there are those who do v'toin heim, and they are mistaken. Next time you see somebody who do that, tell them, oh, it's going can't stop. It's the middle of davening. So to'atah. The Mishnah Berurah says that the Pri Megadim said it's optional. Okay, if they want, they can answer Amen. But in any event, if they're in a place where they shouldn't be mafsik, it's not a true Amen to a bracha, so they should not answer Amen under those circumstances. This is in the old days. The Shliach Tzibur would extend his saying the Baruch Hu v'Tzibur Amrim Yizbarach v'Yishtav v'Chuli Bochu Marach b'Baruch Hu Ad Kan L'Shono. It's still printed in many of the Sidurim. We know to say while the Shliach Tzibur is extending his elaborate chazanos on Baruch Hu and starts Yizbarach v'Yishtav etc. Zel, as Arukh HaShulchan explains, Zel Shulchan Tzibur Marach Benigun. That's what Shliach Tzibur is doing extended melody. But when he's saying the words themselves, you don't say anything. You listen to it. And therefore, it's not our custom to say this is Boraki and Sainu Eino Marach Benigam Baruch, because by us the Shliach Tzibur does not spend an exorbitant amount of time doing a melody by Baruch. I'm sorry, skip. There is a person bows down a little bit when he says Baruch Hu L'Shliach Tzibur. Not as far down as the bowing down must say, but no, it's appropriate. Even according to that which you say later on, that when saying Baruch Hu by Kriyas HaTorah you don't bow down. During davening you do bow a little bit. That is the minhag all over. Those who say you have to continue to face east until you say Baruch. He says, I don't know why. That is the minhag, I believe. People do face specifically east in Baruch. But he says, I don't know why. During Kriya, when the Ola says, Baruch Hu Hashem Baruch, people don't point to their own Kodesh. What's the difference? But it's just that automatically it comes out that way. The came in the Shem and the Mizrah, so the Shliach Tzibur is facing east. Why should you turn in a different direction? Nearly the ain ikuv. I don't think there is no specific impediment. And the other day he says in the brackets, so whatever the Magen Avraham writes, Steve Cut and Aleph, and Simon Kuf Chav Dal will come out that that's not the case. Base. Also, I've seen Kadosh Baruch Hu. Now, I'm interrupt between Kadosh Baruch Hu, Ben Baruch Hu Yotzor, and between Baruch Hu Yotzor, or Bechem Ba'arvis, between Baruch Hashem Baruch Hu and the first Baruch Hu. But after the Var Mitzvah is even for the purpose of Mitzvah, you're not allowed to interrupt. Makom Shenagul Akei Batfil B'Shil Eze Davar, a place that there's a custom to impede the davening for some matter. Yakvu Kodem Kaddish, they should make that impediment before Kaddish. Kamosh Kasam Simu Kufdan Num Dalet. And say Mina King, Kamosh Kasam Sham Ayin Sham. We already saw back there that this is not the minhag in our day and age. One interesting thing that Arukh HaShulchan does not bring down is whether to hold your legs together during Baruch Hu and Baruch Hashem Baruch Hu, and therefore it would seem that that is not an obligation. I don't remember that he said by Kaddish either that you have to hold your legs together, but just said you have to stand, but not that you have to stand with your legs together. So one can come to the conclusion that it's not necessary to stand with the legs together. Again, I think the minhag is that the people who say Kaddish do stand with their legs together. I don't know where it comes from. Okay, new section in the Arukh HaShulchan. That was the end of Birchos Shachar, and it brought us all the way up to Baruch Hu. And now we're up to Hilchos Kriya Shema, and we're up to Nun Ches. Din Zman Kriya Shema. Yilo Kara B'Zmano. There's Mano. The time of Kriya Shema, and if you don't write up its proper time. Aleph, Kasav Rama Perakam Kriya Shema Din Yirat. Ezu Zmano Bayom. What's the time of Shema during the day? Mitzvah Sheyaschil Kroso Korim Anetzachama. The ideal is to begin reading it before sunrise. Kidei Shigmar Likrosu Berech Bracha Achrona Im Hanetzachama. In order that you should finish reading it and making the last bracha as the sun is rising. And this is like a tenth of an hour, 6 minutes, before the sun rises. If you read Shema after sunrise, Yotzi de Chavaso. You're Yotzei. In other words, according to the Rambam, it's a very famous Shittas Rambam, the Chatchila Shema should be read in that 6 minute slot. To read it after the sunrise is a form of B'diavad. Okay, but you're still Yotzei, but it's not right. It's not for Chatchila. Shanosa ad sof shaloshos b'yom l'misha var v'yicher. The time is up to 3 hours and days for somebody who violated the preferential time and was late. And somebody read Shema early, but it was after dawn. Even though he finished before the sun rose, so he fulfilled his obligation. If he has a mitigating circumstance, oppressive circumstance, don't show him Mashkinot says Derek, such as he's going out on his way, on traveling. You can even start from Amud HaShachar. Ad Kan Lishono. This is the end of the quote from the Rambam. Ulidvarav, the Arukh HaShulchan clarifies. Ikar Zman Kriya Shema Min Torah Ma'at Kodim Anetz. Going Rambam, the Ikar time Kriya Shema is a little bit before sunrise. Both and in a manner Sheik more Habracha Achrona Shel Kriya Shema, that he will complete the last bracha of Shema for Birchas Gal Yisrael, the bracha of Gal Yisrael at the end of right before Shemona Esrei. Bracha Mamash Im Honetz, literally with the rising of the sun. Honetz literally means the spark, as the sun sparks over the earth, and it's actually not Neitzachama, which is improper grammar, even though everybody says that. It's Honeitzachama, because the hay is not a hay idea of the sunrise, but it is a part of the shorish of the word for part of the word for sparkling. So it's mamash imanates. Chidesh eschil tefillah Shemona Esrei teichem achar hanates. And it's always begin Shemona Esrei immediately after the sunrise. Because see, Arukh HaShemesh, they should see with sun. The sun davening to Hashem. That's a pasuk in Tehillim. High base. Vatfilah kind is going on the Amidah on the Shemona Esrei. V'avkav l'chem marim shom d'zman kriya Shema mishiras chavei rochok arba amos b'kriya kirenu. Even those people say, it says there in brachas that another opinion at the time of Shema is when you see your friend, and this is a 4 amos, and you could recognize him. From Ravuna Alocha Kachem, Ravuna says that Alocha is like the Acherim who say this. Mikom Kom Habai Omar Achakach L'Tfilin Ka'Acherim. Abai says afterwards that's the shear for Tefillin. But L'Kriya Shema Kivosikin. For Kriya Shema you should do it Kivosikin, which means within that 6 minute slot. Ayin Sham Alocha Kabai. Kamshita Sarif Keni. And that's also the Shita of the Rif. Base. V'shita Sarbeinu Tam Rabbeinu Chananel B'Taisus Yuma. And Avlam and Zayin. The Ikar Zman Kriya Shema U'Min HaTorah Achar. Neitz Hachama. Arukh HaShulchan too, unless it's a typo, this defaults to Neitz Hachama without the hay. So the time of Kriya Shema is after sunrise. Miyuma Sham like it's can be proved from Yuma there. Shemesh Kaya Kriya Shema. And that when should they see you with? What does it mean they should see you with the sun? They should see your Shema with the sun. The Kriya Shema Nami Hainu Yira. Kriya Shema is also Yiras Hashem. Yucham Shemesh. They will fear you. They will express their awe and they will see you. Same time, same idea at the time of the Shemesh. Nevertheless, the Vasikin would say Shema slightly before that time. He wants to bring Shema immediately after the sunrise. And Abai also said, wait, how he said Shema is like Vasikin Simon Bamo. It's just a simon. That's Manu B'Shas Honetz. The time is at the time of the Nates. Elisha Vasikin Gahitim Muktas, just as Vasikin, the people who are meticulous who do it a little bit earlier. There's no issue with this. Because anybody can be yotzei much earlier if necessary. So according to this opinion and the opinion of the Rambam, the time of Acherim, which is the earlier time of Mishiras Chavei Rochuk Arba Amos Yakirenu, is pushed aside from Lacha. The Ein Kein Das Rova Poskin Kamoshi's Boil. But that's not opinion most Poskin. Came over. Zelo Shanatur. Meima Sais Manu, from when is the time Shema Mishiras Chavei Rogili Moktas Mirochuk Arba Amos Yakirenu? You see a friend with whom you have occasionally accustomed, and this is for Amos, and you recognize him. But Nim Shach at Sof Shal goes until the end of 3 hours into the day. It's not Lechatchila, but it's a mitzvah not muvchar. It's a super mitzvah to do like a hider mitzvah to do it with kivasikin. Shemechavnin the cross makram neitzachama that who would pinpoint it to do a little bit before the sunrise. They should sign also b'chosei iman neitzachama to finish it with his brachas with sunrise. Yismochla tilam yaba neitzachama and immediately afterwards start the amidah. Shmon esrei. Chinkasav Rambam mechulei. And the Torah says, so wrote the Rambam, said Rambam, Mishuchala Sosken, so you can do this, but Sikin, Scharam Ruben Ma'od, he's very much rewarded. He can be rest assured that he is Ben Olam Haba. He won't be hurt that entire day. Akan Lashon. Zeldas a Tosfos, Varosh, Varoposkin. Tosfos and Brach stuff. That's the rush there. And the most possible this way that the Lechatchila time starts earlier, from the time of Mishiyakir, when you can recognize that friend with whom you were somewhat accustomed, and this is the 4 Amos. Ragil imo harbe, because if it's something you're frequently accustomed with, so then Gambalale can also be able to recognize him at night. El that's what it says, with whom you're a little bit ragil, a little bit accustomed. This is what the Yerushalmi says in Brachos. Vazman hazeh who are bei kodem lanetz. This is much before sunrise. Says kasav chinkasav Rambam, and that which the two wrote. Rambam writes the same thing. Rambam kulimos. Okay, it's not going to everything. Mitzvah savasikin only in terms of the mitzvah savasikin. That way, and that the Rambam and the two are the same. That's the Torah Pasuk Rabbi say Bali Shulchan Minesh Rova Poskim Sovin Kain, and that is the appropriate psak because most poskim hold that way. That starts from Mishiyakir. Dalit. Why is there big? Why is it such a big issue? What's the machlokes here? Came in the b'yevad yotzei from the shachar since b'yevad yotzei from dawn. Because after dawn, it's day for all matters in Torah. Came in no shurim achem. Why do we need the other shurim? Why the shurim start? Say it starts when the shachar it ends at 3 hours. V'shita sabein the time Rabbeinu Chana asi shabir. According to Rabbeinu Tam, Rabbeinu Chana works out well. The B'chol mitzvah stam is so perik based Megillah because it says by all mitzvahs and the second perik Megillah. The B'chol mitzvah shabayom mitzvahs lechatchila mehon neitz. Because even though the mitzvah lechatchila is from sunrise, but imason mi'udam muda shachar, if you did it from dawn, kosher. Why? Nesheikar tokef hayom mizvichas hashemesh. The primary significance of the day is when the sun rises. Gamashita, so according to them, it's not so difficult because we say that the primary time to say it is the time of Hanetz. Gamashita Saram Lukashiko Kachan Ram also it's not so difficult. Came in the Ikar Tfilu Meyanetz, since primary timing is from sunrise. Like it says, they should see you. Although now I'm having doubts, and perhaps the Ikar Pshat in the pasuk is that they should fear you with the sun. I'm sure it could go both ways. It's a great mitzvah to juxtapose Gal Yisrael and Hashem Society Yiftach. Since they start before sunrise, they should more imanates in order to finish with sunrise. But according to Torah, most of the possible shir is from the time you can go see your friend. And so to all the Yoshim and the Tanoim and the Mishnah there, which fall between dawn and sunrise, mean no long. What's the source for this? Hey, I'm not biran yankeyu. So this is the pshat. The mitzvahs I say Kriya Shema lo dai mecham mitzvahs. Mitzvahs say Kriya Shema is not like other mitzvahs. Kol mitzvahs nogos and nogos b'yom nogos kol hayom. Or the mitzvahs which are supposed to be conducted during the day are conducted the entire day. Kol mitzvahs nogos b'layla, mitzvahs are supposed to be conducted during the night. Nogos kol hayom, conducted the entire night. Lo yaser, not more. Kriya Shema davar mishuneh. Kriya Shema is strange. It's different. Kriya Shema the Yom ain't no vegas Sholosh Shos Hayom Lo Yoser. The Kriya Shema only goes up to 3 hours, not more. Kriya Shema the Laila Lo Levat Vegas Kol Laila. But Kriya the other hand, Kriya Shema of the nighttime Lo Levat Vegas Kol Laila. Yes, all night is the mitzvah, but it goes beyond. Av Vegas Gam Al Yom stretches into the day. Shlachin Amr Chacham Famim Shkora Amud Achar Mud Shachar. Sometimes you read after Mud Shachar. Yotze Kriya Shema Shalom. It can be Yotze Kriya Shema of the nighttime. Moshe Kasuv will come on. Simon Reish Lamed Hey has become clear much later on. The time of Shadav, the reason is came in the Kosva Torah. So the Torah of Kriya Shema Shach B'chov Kumecha. When you lie down, when you rise up, he kpida Torah. The Torah was meticulous. As manchchi was makimat. It's going on the time of lying down and the time of rising up. Came in Sheyesh B'Olam Yoshen and Gam Achar Mud Shachar. And since there's some people who sleep, very few people, who after dawn, so it's that period is considered to be a part of the nighttime. Even though Muda Shachar in all other matters is considered to be daytime. So they said Gemara says because there are people sleeping their time. The Gam Kriya Shema Shel Yom Nechshama, but it's also a good time for Kriya Shema of the day. There's some people get up after dawn. But more than 3 hours into the day, there's no way. It's not the derech at all to sleep. The Arukh HaShulchan should meet some of contemporary yeshiva bachrim. The lo karina o uvukumecha. They don't call it v'kumecha anymore. When I first came to the Mir in Eretz Yisrael in 1983, and I was in a dira, I met for the first time in my life yeshiva bachrim who would not get up before noon and often got up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was a very unique experience for me, an eye-opening one. But I hope, I don't know, well, the majority of bachrim do get up on time, but there are people who sleep quite late. But here it says, after that, Sakri B'Kumecha, V'Pika Kriya Shema Al Shalayim Nimshechas Gam Achar Alayla, Adon Eitzachama, I'm sorry, I skipped. That's good. Sorry. Even princes come in with some sof. They get up the end of 3 hours. Below Karina Od Kukumecha, and after that's no one called when you're rising. So Kriya Shema of nighttime continues after the night is officially over until sunrise. But because then everybody gets up. But until sunrise, some people still sleep. Kriya Shema of the daytime is until 3 hours. The us kolam coming with tasam, because then everybody's up. Was that pli Tanoi al chatchila? So Tanoim argue what's the chatchila? Amos says mine sheroiv holam coming with tasam. What's the time? When most people rise from their beds, they'll have a karina of kumecha to call it when you rise up. Zemer v'kol, zemer v'kol. This one says this, and this one says that. But a kaimon ka'cherim, and we all like acherim that Mishiyakir does uzman l'rov al mukumitosam. That's the time when most people get out of bed. Arukh HaShulchan will finish his thought on this matter tomorrow.